Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patricia and I'm the creator behind Pops Milk Crochet. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this functional yet pretty and delicate crochet flower bandana. I'm calling it the Anemone Bandana after the cute and colorful anemone flowers. The bandana is made up of individual flowers that are sewn together. It's that simple. Alright, let me show you how to make this flower bandana. For this bandana, I'm using leftover yarn from previous projects in DK Category 2 weight yarn. They're all mainly cotton, mercerized cotton, or a blend of cotton acrylic. I'm also using a size 3.25mm crochet hook. To start the flower, I'm going to start with a magic ring, and I'm going to try to make the magic ring a little bit bigger than usual than what I would usually do with amigurumi, because I want to be able to fit 15 single crochets in the magic ring. So I'm going to insert my hook, and again I'm going to try to keep this opening fairly large at the beginning, and I'm going to chain just to secure my ring, and then I'm going to make 15 single crochet. And as I'm working, I'm also making sure to keep this tail end in the stitches so that when I pull it, it'll close. I'm not going to pull it all the way because, like I said, this isn't amigurumi and I want to have a small circle in the center. And if I find as I'm working that the tail is starting to get shorter, then I just want to start to pull on it just to make sure that I still have that tail at the end. Okay, I have counted twice just to make sure. It has a lot of stitches in this one magic ring, and now I'm going to pull the tail to close it, but again, not all the way. I want to leave a small gap. And then I'm going to slip stitch to join into the first stitch. And again, I'm going to continue to sort of trap the tail end of the yarn in the stitches just to secure that magic ring. Now for the next round, I'm going to chain one, and this does not count as a stitch, and then I'm going to insert the hook into the same space as the slip stitch and make a single crochet. Then I'm going to work into the next stitch. Into this same stitch, I'm going to work 2 double crochets, 1 treble crochet, and 2 double crochets. This double crochet, triple crochet, double crochet is what is going to create the petal shaped leaves that are around the flower. And yes, these are actually leaves. I found out in my search for anemones to see what colors I could use. They actually are not petals. They are leaves that grow out of the base of the flower, which is actually pretty cool. And then I'm going to work a single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then in the next stitch, I'm going to do the same thing, making 2 double crochets, 1 treble and 2 doubles into the same stitch. And then repeat that again, work a single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then the 2 doubles, 1 treble, 2 doubles into the next stitch, and repeat that to the end. Here I'm just finishing up the last 2 double crochets, and now this time I'm just going to work a single crochet into the next stitch, and then I'm going to not do that second single crochet. I'm going to just slip stitch into the first stitch. So just 1 single crochet into the last stitch and then slip stitch into the first single crochet, because then you can see that there is a pattern here. There are always 2 single crochets in between the double and triple crochet clusters. So there is our flower. And now I do have the option to just maybe close the ring a little bit more if I want, or adjust it a little bit. But I think this looks nice. All right, so here's the first flower. I think it looks really cute and I like the size. It's about 2 inches or so. So I'm going to make maybe another 14 of these in the different colors that I have selected, and see how many I need to actually fit on my head. I'm not going to cover my whole head. It's just going to be like a small triangle. And yeah, I'm going to go make several more of these now. Ta-da! All the flowers are crocheted. Now I just have a whole bunch of ends to weave in. So I'm going to weave in the ends, and then I'm going to try and block these because they're all kind of scrunched up in a way, so I just want to not stretch them but shape them a little bit. So I'm going to weave in the ends and then shape them somehow and then start to assemble it into a triangle shape. Here is what the bandana looks like after sewing all of the flowers together. I ended up making 36 flowers in total, and it's funny because I thought at first I would just need maybe like 15, 16 flowers, but that just looked really funny when I had that many flowers. So this is 36 flowers in total. Each flower is about 2 inches across, and the way that I've configured and laid out the flowers is this first row has the widest part because I have the flowers like spaced out with the petal or pistil. I really gotta figure out what that name is, but let's call them petals for now. So I've got the petals against each other like this so that it makes it a little bit wider, and then the rows after that I've got the flowers nestled in between and against each other, so I got the petals into the dips in the flowers, so that way the front is the wider part of the triangle and then the rest just kind of tapers. So here is my triangle, and I've got a stitch marker just to remind me which side is the front and not confuse it. So now that I have the flowers all sewn together, I'm going to add some strings to these 2 petals here. And at first I was thinking of making a border around all the flowers, but I like this little like bumpiness, and I don't want to hide that. I want to keep that exposed. And so I'm just going to join some yarn to this stitch here, to this petal, and then just work a chain, and I might do single crochet. So I'm going to be using this yarn that I have left over from the white flowers. I completely used up all the pink, and I'm going to be using the same hook that I've been using, the 3.25. And I think what I'm going to do actually is work some foundationless single crochets. That way I don't need to make a chain and then go back and work single crochets into each chain, which I really don't like. So I've started with a slip knot, and I've inserted the hook into that center treble crochet stitch, and I'm just going to make a single crochet there. And then now I'm going to insert the hook into this basically through the center of the single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again to make a chain so that I can start my next single crochet, and then yarn over and pull through the 2 loops, and there I have a single crochet. And I'm just going to repeat that, inserting the hook through this bottom, which is the chain that I just created, and then make a chain, and there's my second foundationless single crochet, and I'm just going to repeat making these foundationless single crochets until I have the length that I want for my bandana. And I'll repeat that on the opposite end, and then I'll be done. And that's a wrap on our Anemone Bandana. I hope you enjoy making this as much as I did. It's always amazing to see a project come to life, especially one inspired by nature. And after making the bandana, I started thinking about other things I could make with these flowers. I think a tank top would be so pretty, or maybe a scarf when it's cool in the spring. If you make this bandana, I'd love to know what you think, and I'd love to see how it turns out. And if you're looking for the written pattern, you can head over to the blog post linked in the description below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more crochet content. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.